first participant is Nityanand. Now, Mataji, he has to share his screen.
The two Brahmanas. Once upon a time, there lived two Brahmanas. One was young and second was old. One day, old Brahmana said to young Brahmana that he want to go to all holy places. And then young Brahmana said, yes, I will come with you. We will visit all holy places. And accordingly, they take darshan of the holy places. And after that, they came to Vrindavan. They were sitting in one Lord Krishna temple. And the old Brahmana said, you are such a nice person. You came with me to visit and holy places. I want to give you something. I want you to marry my daughter. After saying this, young Brahmana was happy. Then, when the old Brahmana came back home, he told and the story to his family. After hearing this, his family get very angry and said, "No, we are not giving you permission for marry our sister with a poor man, Brahmana. If he asks anything about marriage, tell me you don't remember this." And then next day, young Brahmana came to old Brahmana house and said him, I am here to marry your daughter. Complete your promise. And old Brahmana said him, I don't remember anything. You are lying. You have any proof? Young Brahmana said, you said those words in front of Lord Krishna. He is my proof. Old Brahmana immediately said, go and bring your proof and I will give you permission of marry my daughter. After listening this word, young Brahmana went to Vrindavan and said, O Lord, please help me. Come with me. You know I am not lying. Please come with me. Then Lord said, okay, but you have to promise me that you will not look back while walking. Remember, if you look back, I will become an idol. Young Brahmana was agreed, and he asked, how will I understand you are coming with me? Then Lord Krishna said, you will hear my ghungro's voice. And then they start walking, and after 6 and 7 days, young Brahmana was not able to hear the sound of ghungru, and he turned back. And then Lord Krishna became an idol, and that was Sakshi Gopal. Bolo Sakshi Gopal ki jai. And then young Brahmana called all the villagers, and old Brahmana family after watching this old Brahmana say story to young Brahmana. In Vrindavan there is a temple of Sakshi Gopal. Thank you.
In the list is Parva. Parva, you are ready?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna Mataji, I am Paragrawal. I study in GG Khaitan International School. I am 7 years old. Today I will tell a story of Krishna and the fruit seller. Once when Krishna was small, a fruit seller came to his house. She carried juicy ripe mangoes with her. Krishna's father Nandraj bought a basket of mangoes in exchange of grains. That is called barter system. Krishna understood that he can buy mangoes in exchange of grains. So he ran inside and took some grains in his hand. He could bring very little grains in his hands. He gave those grains to the fruit seller. He said in innocent voice, "Could I have some mangoes?" Instead of getting angry, the fruit seller, the cuteness of Krishna completely melted her heart and she gave him all the mangoes. As soon as the she gave the mangoes the basket of grain that Nandraj gave was full of jewels and gold. Fruit seller understood he is not standing in front of no ordinary but God himself. Moral of the story is good nature will always be rewarded by God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare.
The next in group is Naisha. She also wants to share a screen. Naisha.
On the occasion of Janmashtami, I am going to tell you a story. The name of the story is Krishna and Raslila. It was Purnima, the full moon day of the month of Shravana. During the evening, Krishna beautifully played the flute in the forest near Vrindavan. Hearing the melodious tune, all the gopis of Vrindavan forgot their attachment for their homes, members, and their relatives, and for everything. They came running towards Krishna. Firstly, Krishna decided to test their devotion, so he asked them to return to their homes. But they refused to return to their homes. Seeing the true devotion, Krishna accepted them. Then Krishna took as many forms as the number of gopis present there. Everyone joined his hands together and made a group and started performing the sacred dance called Raslila on the melodious tune of Krishna's flute. The whole night, the gopis and Krishna performed the sacred Raslila. They returned to their homes in the morning on the advice of Krishna. But this Raslila was performed by the Lord in his heavenly form. In his child form, he was sleeping alongside his mother Yashoda in Nanda Bhavan the whole night. The members of the families of the gopis also saw that during night the gopis were at home only. Thank you.
And is Kajal. Kajal.
Hare Krishna. Today I am telling about Aghasur, the snake demon. One day Krishna wanted to enjoy a picnic lunch within the forest, and therefore he went out early into the forest with the other cowherd boy, accompanied by their respective groups of calves. While they were enjoying their picnic, Aghasur, the younger brother of Putna, and Bakasur appeared there desiring to kill Krishna and his companions. The demon who had been sent by Kamsa assumed the form of a python, expanding himself to a length of 8 miles and the height of a mountain. His mouth seemed seeming to extend from the surface of the earth to the heavenly planet. Having assumed this feature, Agasar lay on the road. Krishna's friend, the cowherd boy, thought that the demon form was one of the beautiful spots of Vrindavanam. Thus, they wanted to enter within the mouth of this python. The figure of the python became a subject for the sporting pleasure, and they began to laugh confidently. That even the figure were dangerous. Krishna was to protect them. In this way, they proceeded to at the mouth of the figure. Krishna was there. Krishna knew everything about Aghasur, and therefore he wanted to forbid his friends to enter the demons. In the meantime, all the cowherd boys, along with groups of calves, entered the mouth of the figure. Krishna was waiting outside, and Aghasur was waiting for Krishna, thinking that as soon as Krishna entered, he would close his mouth so that everyone would die. While waiting for Krishna, he refrained from swallowing the boys. In the meantime, Krishna was thinking of how to save the boys and kill Aghasur. Thus, he entered the mouth of the gigantic Asur, and when he was within the demon's mouth along with his friend, he expanded his body to such an extent that the Asur suffocated and died.
The next person in the list is Siddhi. Siddhi, you are ready?
Mataji, can I start? Hare Krishna Mataji, my name is Siddhi Patel. I'm 12 years old and I will be telling a story of Lord Krishna and a fruit seller. One day, when Lord Krishna was a small boy, he saw a lady passing by selling fruits. When he saw the fruits in a basket, Lord Krishna was tempted. He called out to the fruit seller to come to his door. Then Krishna went to his mother Yashoda and asked her, Amma, give me some grains. I want to buy some fruits. Ma Yashoda gave some grains to Lord Krishna. He took them in his hands and came out to give it to the fruit seller. In return for the fruits. The fruit seller put the grains into the basket with her eyes full of love for the Lord. She kept the fruits into his hand and she looked down. There were no grains in the basket. Instead of, there were a heap of precious stones and gems. So was Lord Krishna Leela. The fruit seller gave the fruits in return for the palm full of grains. As the kid was very adorable and she didn't have the heart to deny him. She offered the fruits to make the Lord happy and she got valuable gems in return of perishable fruits. Similarly, when we offer something to the Lord, action, duty, work, even a thought which is known as Krishna Panam, surrender to the Lord, they will come pure, precious, and everlasting. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, so the next in the list is Ananya.
Today I am going to tell the story of Hare Krishna. Today I am going to tell the story of Kalia. One day, as Krishna and his friends were playing near the banks of Yamuna, their ball went into the Yamuna river. Krishna's friend told him that he wanted his ball. Everyone told him that, are you mad or what? Because the river was poisoned by a snake called Kalia. But still Krishna went in and dived into the river to get the ball. So everyone went to Nanda Maharaj's house and told him what had happened. Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda came to Yamuna river
and sat there. Meanwhile, Krishna was fighting with the demon Kalia, the snake Kalia. And then he danced on his forehead. And just when he was about to kill him, Kalia's 8 wives came and pleaded him to save their husband. And to save their husband. And they also added that they had been chased by Garuda. So Krishna saved him and told him to get out of Yamuna. And he said that his feet's mark will be on his forehead, so that Garuda will not touch him. Thank you.
Abhang. Abhang, you ready?
Today I am going to tell you about the value of food. Once the Pandavas were in the exile, in their hermitage in the forest. They were almost happy, but they were also sad because their kingdom had been taken away by their cousin Duryodhana. So, at the same time, in Hastinapur, Duryodhana had a visitor. It was sage Durvasa. Durvasa liked to eat many things. His hunger was never satisfied. He always felt hungry. And he was also an angry sage. If a single mistake happened to serve him, he will curse the person. So Duryodhana left no stone unturned in giving him and his disciples a warm welcome. After Durvasa had finished his meal, he said, "I am pleased with you, Duryodhana. Ask for me any boon. I will grant it to you." Duryodhana replied, "O great sage, I do not need any gift from you, but there is only one offer. Please bless my cousins as you blessed me by coming here. I will send a messenger to the forest to the hermitage in the forest." The messenger goes to the Pandavas and tells them that Durvasa Muni will come shortly. The Pandavas were shocked. Why were the Pandavas shocked? Because the Draupadi had eaten a meal. What happened if Draupadi eats a meal? The story was like this. During the Pandavas' exile, they started receiving many guests, and they could not hold such large quantity of food in the kitchen. So they prayed to Lord Surya, and he gave them an Akshay Patra, which means a never-ending vessel. It would produce food and grain enough for everybody and of all kinds. But if Draupadi had eaten a meal, the Akshay Patra would not produce any grains on that day. So Duryodhana knew this. So he told Durvasa to go there. When Durvasa came, he told the Pandavas that he was tired. "Please, I will go to the river and take a bath. Afterwards, you greet me." Then he went to the river. In ancient India, there was a custom that a woman in the house should serve a guest and serve him food. So Draupadi was the woman. So she was she started to calling Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna arrived there and he asked, saying so he went away. The disciples were also shocked and scared that they also did not feel any hungry anymore. And they were also scared that if the Pandavas got to know that they were not hungry, they would curse them. So they ran away. When Nakula went to fetch them to the hermitage, he was surprised and shocked to see no one there at all. This is the value of food. Even a single grain can feed 20 or 30 or all kinds of people. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
We have Man, but he'll join later. So I'll ask Darsh. Darsh, you are ready?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Today I am going to tell a story of Gajendra, the liberation of Gajendra. In the midst of the ocean, milk, there lived a very huge and beautiful mountain known as Tirukuta. Once the chief of elephant named Gajendra went with his feminine elephants went in the river to bath, but by mistakenly he disturbed the creatures of the water. And as you know, the crocodile is very powerful, and he jumped in attacked on the elephant's leg. Elephant saw what happened. He saw down. Oh, the chief crocodile is in the water. The fight continued for 1,000 years. Neither the elephant nor the crocodile, but the since they were in the water, elephant was become weak, and crocodile was become powerful. So so he remembered a prayer which is done in the previous life. So now he started chant to build. He tried the chant mantra to nicely as he could. He prayed to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and appeared before him. O Garuda personally appeared before him. Gajendra, by lifting his trunk, he immediately took a lotus flower in trunk and prayed. O my Supreme Lord Narayan, Master of Universe, I respect my obedience into you. The Lord immediately pulled him from the water along with the crocodile. The Lord killed the crocodile with his disc and the rescued Gajendra. आपको मालूम है गजेंद्र था कौन? हाँ, गजेंद्र अपनी प्रीवियस लाइफ में एक लॉर्ड विष्णु का बहुत बड़ा डिवोटी था. उसका नाम इंद्रद्रुमाना था. वो बहुत बड़ा किंग था तमिला कंट्री का. तो फिर वो एक दिन वो माउंटेन पर गया तपस्या करने. तो फिर थोड़ी देर बाद ऋषि अगस्त्य आए और उनसे कुछ पूछने लगे, तो उन्होंने कोई जवाब नहीं दिया. तो फिर उन्होंने श्राप दे दिया कि तुम नेक्स्ट जन्म में एलिफेंट बन जाओगे. और आपका क्रोकोडाइल कौन था? हाँ, वो एक गंधर्व प्लैनेट का किंग था. उसका नाम हूहू था. एक दिन वो अपनी पत्नी के साथ रिवर में स्नान करने गया था. तो उसने भूल से एक ऋषि, देवाला ऋषि का पैर खींच लिया था. तो फिर ऋषि बहुत क्रोध आया. तो फिर उन्होंने श्राप दे दिया कि नेक्स्ट जन्म में तुम क्रोकोडाइल बन जाओगे. फिर उन्होंने उनको बहुत माफी मांगी, पर उन्होंने बोला ठीक है, मैं पर अपना श्राप वापस तो नहीं ले सकता, पर मैं तुमको ये कहता हूँ जब नेक्स्ट जन्म में लॉर्ड विष्णु गजेंद्र को बचाने आएंगे तो तुम्हारा भी मोक्ष हो जाएगा. इसका तत्व क्या है? हाँ, हमें अपने बड़ों का मान सम्मान करना चाहिए, उनका कभी डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं करना चाहिए, वरना भगवान अपने को ट्रबल में दे देते हैं. दूसरी बात, जब भी अपन ट्रबल, कितनी भी बड़ी दुर्घटना में आ जाओ, पूरी वर्ल्ड नहीं बचा सकती, पर एक जन बचा सकते हैं, लॉर्ड विष्णु. तीसरी पॉइंट, अगर हमें एक वैकुंठा लोक जाना है और आपको मालूम है वैकुंठा लोक कितना ब्यूटीफुल है, तो फिर हमें लगातार कृष्णा भक्ति करनी होगी. चौथी पॉइंट, वो सिंपली बोला हुआ है कि श्रीमद् भागवतम में अगर अपन गजेंद्र की स्टोरी 2 बार पढ़ लेते हैं तो फिर हमें बुरे भाव कुछ अपन कलयुग से मुक्त हो जाते हैं और सीधा भगवान के धाम चले जाते हैं. हरे कृष्णा.
List is Vamsi, 5 years.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Happy Janmashtami. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Perfect is divine great, Eki Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Srila Prabhupada teacher, perfect creator, banyan tree. It was a hot day. Prabhu began a long journey to his uncle's village. On the way, Ramu saw a huge banyan tree spreading its branches, welcoming him to rest under its shade. Ramu lay down on the cool grass, reveling in the shade of the golden moon. As he rested, he looked up at the branches of the tree. He noticed the tiny fruit on the huge banyan tree. He said to himself, I believed that the great Lord is the most intelligent of all the wise. They will create a huge banyan tree with such small fruit. He thought of the pumpkin creeper in his backyard. The creeper was slender, but its fruit was so big. He thought surely the Lord had made a big mistake. The root tree must have large fruit and the small plants tiny fruit. The cool breeze and the soothing shade of the banyan tree slowly lulled Ramu into a deep slumber when suddenly the breeze blew harder, it became stronger and swifter. The branches of the banyan began to shake. Some dry leaves and fruits fell to the ground. One bunch of fruit fell on Ramu's head. He awoke with a start and shook with fright. He wondered what had hit him. He thought if happy because I would have been caught badly. He folded his hands in prayer and thanked the Lord who are the wisest to make this great banyan tree for very travelers like me who rest on the but made its fruit tiny so they may not hurt anyone resting in its shade. I shall never doubt your creation again. You are the perfect creator. Ramu understood that since God is perfect, everything created by Him is perfect. Lord is perfect and everything created by Him is perfect. Thank you all. Hare Krishna.
रमन राधिका रमन बोलो राधिका रमन. How blissful were Lord Krishna's Leela and Vrindavan, the mellows of Prema Bhakti with the mood of devotion. I am Narad, Devarishi Narad, and I keep moving all over the universe. And when I heard that Lord Krishna has made 16,108 wives, I became astonished. Narayan, Narayan. In this material world, It is difficult to manage one wife, and Lord Krishna has taken a whole burden of 16,108. I could not hold my curiosity. So here I am at the city of Dwarka, the gate to heaven. Let me tell you, the gates of Dwarika are so beautiful, made up of emeralds and sapphires, that the gates of heaven hold no comparison, not even a tiny bit. Now let's enter the city of Dwarika. Wow! From above, I can see nearly about 9 lakh palaces. No, I am not in a plane or helicopter. I can fly. It is a gift from my father, Lord Brahma. Oh, let me describe the palaces to you. All of them are made up of different colors of jewels, and they have meshed windows, and all of them are glowing. The streets are so clean, and there are large trees on regular intervals. Narayan, Narayan. Time to surprise Lord Krishna. Before me is the most opulent palace. It must be of Rukmini. Wow, Lord Krishna is welcoming me just as a householder welcomes his guru at home. He washed my feet. He also gave me a nice asana to sit. And then he asked me what he could do to me. I quickly took the opportunity and asked him that any time or anywhere I should constantly remember his lotus feet. Now let's visit the other palaces. Oh, what a surprise! In one palace, Lord Krishna is sitting with his wife. In one, he is playing with his children. In one, he is giving donation to Brahmanas. And in one, he is marrying their daughters and children. And in one, he is meditating. There is a perfect execution of everything a householder does. I am satisfied now. Narayan, Narayan. Lord Krishna has taken 16,108 forms, but he is still the one, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is Krishna. No one can imitate his ways because he is God. Oh, time up. Lord Brahma wants to